Hello, classy people. Go ahead and talk dirty to me. My name is Wayne Bolden. I'm your speed king, of course. It is Tuesday. Hope everybody had a great weekend as we move into another weekend of racing. And we have 4 Derby prep races on the card or on the track this weekend. The Southwest over there at Oaklawn Park, Grade 3. The Withers Aqueduct, Grade 3. The Robert B. Lewis Santa Anita, the great race place. And of course, Gulfstream, that talented Holy Bull. So there's 4 Kentucky Derby prep races, right? 20 points, 10 points, 5 points, 4 points, 2 to the first 5 finishers. As always, our tip sheets will always be available. This weekend looks like an all stakes tip sheet, so that way we can cover all the stake races throughout the country. They're $15. I still believe it's the best value, but do what you want to do. We have a full card for $20 for any track in America. All stakes, $15. Great way to support us. Thanks everybody for your support. Email me at speaking24@yahoo.com. Well. Let's dive right in to what? The Southwest Stakes, right? Everybody's Derby dreaming. Talk Derby to me. Well, the Southwest over there at beautiful Oaklawn Park, the house that D. Wayne Lucas built, of course. Well, though, there at Hot Springs, Arkansas, race number 11 on Saturday, Grade 3 Southwest for 800,000 shekels. At a mile and 16, we have a full field of 12. Now, the first thing that I noticed is that Awesome Road, which is the horse number 12, the Brad Cox runner, is also cross-entered into race number 6 at Turfway Park on February 2nd. Okay? I think the horse is going to go that way because of the post position, making his 3-year-old debut. Number 12, let's keep an eye on him. Awesome Road, I think is going to defect to race number 6 at Turfway Park on February 2nd for sure, which is that Friday before this Saturday. Anyway, let's dial into our top 3 or 4 picks in this Derby prep race. Don't want to take a lot of time. Let's go right inside to the number 1 horse, May Cox Bay. Now, there are some nice horses on the outside, but I hate horses outside the 6 and 7 posts going around 2 turns, particularly young 3-year-olds. They're going to lose ground, and the enemy to horse racing is ground loss. Okay, you got to run longer. You know the story. I don't tell you this. So the number 1 horse to me, May Cox Bay, should be sitting a beautiful trip. Now, I can't help that he's 3-1 on the morning line. 2 wins from 5 starts in 1 second. Spangletown is the sire, and Wendaglodor is the grandsire. And you got Michael Stenham, the very, very sneaky good Michael Stenham, you know. This horse come out of 2 allowance races. The last one, well noted at Fairground on January 7th, back in 27 days. That's okay, 4 weeks. And it was scheduled for the turf, and it was scratched off and went on the dirt. But the horse ran lights out and ran a beautiful, beautiful speed figure. Now, maybe the horse is just on the muscle here and will run a beautiful race. But one thing for sure, shouldn't lose no ground. Has enough speed to break 3rd or 4th in this field into the first turn. There's no reason for the number 1 horse to lose any ground. So that's really one of the reasons, other than his pace numbers and his last speed numbers only coming out of an allowance race, that I'm giving him top billing here. Okay? Because the other horses I like are out there in the 10, 11, and 12 hole. And some way, somehow, those horses out there are going to lose ground. I know they are. They're going to be stuck 3 or 4 wide down the back stretch. And you know how much better you have to be to beat horses that, you know, save a little ground and that have the same kind of ability and talent that you may have? So I'm going to give the number 1, May Cox Bay, the edge here. Okay? Now, the other thing that concerns me is the horses off of Lasix for the first time. The last time this horse ran that big win by 10 limbs had Lasix in the allowance race. Well, you're not allowed to run with Lasix in these stake races. So Lasix is off. What do you do with that? Okay, if the horse didn't need Lasix, they wouldn't have put him on it in the first place. And then he ends up winning by 10. So tread lightly. That's all I'm saying on the number 1. We're going to make him our top pick. Again, just because he's inside. Our second pick, well, how could I not go to my boy, Carbone, right? Oh, Carbone, right? It's Asmussen, the number 7 at 9-2. That's more like it with the price, right? The number 7 horse is 2 for 2 by Matoli, right? I may be being a homer here. And on the back end, by Street Sense. Asmussen's doing the conditioning. Santana back together again. Santana and Asmussen, like peaches and herb, right? Hey, the horse is 2 for 2. In the 7 hole, should have enough speed to get out and get over and save some ground. Listen, making his 3-year-old debut 34 days ago as a 2-year-old back in December, now making a 3-year-old debut. Asmussen horses get a little bit better. We'll have to improve in this spot for sure. Our second pick, the number 7. Now, there are horses on the outside that I like. I just hate taking horses that are out there in the 10 and 11 and 12 hole, particularly if they're not seasoned. But the one that I do like the number 11 horse, right? Well, it's the old coach. And he owns Oaklawn Park. Well, D. Wayne Lucas got Just Still. 2 wins from 8 starts, 2 seconds, and 1/3 by Justify. Fasten Rock on the back end. D. Wayne Lucas, the coach, only clicking at 9%. But this horse ran a beautiful race on January 1st, 3-year-old debut in the Smarty Jones right here at Oaklawn Park. Ran second behind Catching Freedom. And this one don't have to apologize. Was in the Breeders' Cup Futurity back there last year, October 7th. Ran 6 by 16. That was Locke, Wine Stewart. So this horse has some, I wouldn't call him with the class, but he's been against some top horses. And D. Wayne Lucas does know how to get horses prepared anywhere, but he's really good, really, really good at Oaklawn Park. So our third pick, and I wouldn't leave him off my ticket in any of my pick 3s or 4s, is the number 11, Just Still. And our fourth pick, well, if I was to round out our super factor, I really believe that the number, I really do believe that the number 12 horse, Awesome Road, is going to run on Friday for Brad Cox and not Saturday because of the post. So I'm going to take the number 10 horse as our fourth pick here. My Stick Dan. 1 win from 4 starts, 1 second. Got Brian Hernandez up, and again, it's Kenny McPeak. And of course, I never have a problem with that. This horse made his 3-year-old debut on January 1st in the Smarty Jones, the same race that the number 11 came out of, Just Still, D. Wayne Lucas horse. So to me, the number 10 horse has every right to improve. Again, kind of a speed type, and I think the number 10 might be able to get to the front. I put nothing by Kenny McPeak. And when he got his boy, he kicked Leperoux off and put his boy Brian Hernandez up. Leperoux, the original anchor. Yeah, the original anchor, Julian Leperoux. Now he's got it again. The number 10, My Stick Dan, Kenny McPeak. That'll be our fourth pick. So in this year's Southwest, again, I'm going to take the number 1 horse, May Cox Bay, because you're sitting on the rail, got the best pace figures, got the best speed number, even though it's coming out of an allowance. The X factor is, was that too much too soon, and was it just the Lasix? Off of Lasix this time, but I'll take the number 1 for sure. Our second pick is my boy Asmussen, the number 7, Carbone. Our third pick is the number 11 horse. It is, of course, D. Wayne Lucas, and we round it out with the number 10. So for us, 1, 7, 11, 10 in this year's Southwest. We believe the number 1 should get a beautiful trip, and the best horses are on the outside, probably going to find a way to lose ground. Again, 1, 7, 11, 10, just like that. And keep an eye on the number 12. Let's see if he scratches in on Friday, 6th race at Turfway Park. I think Brad Cox is smart to move him to the Turfway Park race on Friday, the number 12, Awesome Road. Again, Southwest, 1, 7, 11, 10. Go ahead and box it up. My name is Wayne Bolden. I am your Speed King, for sure.